What's up, good people? It's your boy back again, once again. It's your boy, like I said, Vance Vladi, also known as Bird's Eye View, better known as Melanin as Woke. So I'm here again, another topic to talk about with you guys, and this one is, man, all about an update, man, like just the crisis that we're going through. It's bananas. So checking in with you guys live and in tune from Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City, and it's plenty windy and it's plenty cold outside. I think Alexa said it was 3 degrees outside tonight. Wind chill, probably 15 degrees cooler, so it's gonna be a bitter and cold one. But man, I'm checking in with this topic, just a update, a status update, if you will. So this one talking a little bit about the current state of Chicago, the current state of COVID, and I joke when I say COVID 2000s because it ain't COVID-19 no more. We passed 2019, we passed 2020, we well past 2021, we into 2022, and I don't see no end in sight. So we just gonna rename that thing. So yeah, that's COVID 2000s right now because ain't no telling when it's gonna stop. But that's actually what I want to talk about is just like the state of COVID. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. I will say this: when it first was introduced in 2020, March 2020, as far as when we shut down, I was one of the first to say, man, this won't be like a couple month type of thing, and we just kind of get over this real quick. And I said that, with the realization that it very well could be true, but I said it with a grain of salt, hoping that it would not be the realization. But here we are, now coming up on a couple years, and doesn't appear to be any end in sight as far as these mutations. So, latest, most recent news, man. Obviously, we're dealing with Omarion at this point in time. But what's baffling for me is Chicago positivity rates. 25%. That's 1 in 4 people. So it's like you can't go anywhere or do anything without coming into contact with it or potentially, either you are sick already or potentially spreading it to somebody that's not sick. So it's real. It's real. Let's just say that. Now, there's certain individuals out there that don't believe in the vaccination, will not get that vaccination no matter what. And I respect that. I respect it on the face value of just the standpoint of if you don't understand what's in it and you just feel as though like you're just going to cause harm to your body. I get that. Okay. I understand it. You don't want to get the vaccination. Then you have those individuals, that don't have a problem with science and say, you know what? If this gonna help solve the issues that's going on, I'll go ahead and get that vaccination, put that behind me as water under the bridge. Let me help mankind. And then you have those individuals that kind of irk me that don't want to get the vaccination, may even understand that they are sick and refuse to like quarantine or just not be around people. Those are the most troubling people. And that's why I just don't see any end in sight as far as getting this under control and possibly stopping these different variations of it is because of those individuals that refuse to get the vaccination, but also refuse to, just put themselves in a safer passage as far as other human beings. And that's why we're not going to really see an end in sight as far as this virus. Now, what has the virus done is mutated quite a few times. But now I read an article, a woman in France or the UK, first person that's um, diagnosed with COVID and flu. I think they called it COVID fluenza or COVID fluenza or something of that nature. So obviously, it's trickling into more aspects of our life, and not just you're dealing with the virus. Now you're dealing with the virus and other potential viruses that we had in the past. So it's absolutely scary out there, guys. And I say all that to say, like, with a 25% positivity rate in the Chicagoland area, we're going into the winter months. So obviously, people want to be around individuals. You want to be entertained. You want to get out and do things, but it's important to be safe. It's also important to be smart, and it's also important to protect, those around you, those who perhaps, they are more exposed to those kind of viruses and things of that nature, and it could cause an ill effect for them in the long run, even the short run. We say short run, like let's say your true loved one, grandma, grandfather, someone with already underlying conditions get exposed to this Omicron variant, or the Omarion variant. And although it's milder in some of us, most people, it could cause to be deadly, into your loved one. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Don't move too recklessly throughout these streets, because, man, with these positivity rates going up, shooting back up this high, I could see us shutting down again. And I know I've been speaking with a lot of people, and they're like, well, shutting down didn't help it in the first place. And I imagine it didn't help in the first place because when we tried to shut down, things still weren't shut down. People were still moving about. Then even when the government pushed forth with the vaccination, you had those leery with the vaccination. So we're halfway doing it, and halfway doing it at this point not going to get us out of this. We're going to have a long uphill journey. Now, bring all that up to say as well, most recent news with Chicago. So as of last week, on Monday, January 3rd, for you to go into restaurants, bars, any kind of entertainment venue where they're serving food, and then also fitness centers, you had to show proof of your vaccination. So that was in New York. Now that's spilled over to Chicago. I worry that if this continues across the country, there may be another shutdown. Whether that's a soft shutdown, whether that's a hard shutdown, but it just appears that at the rate we're going, another shutdown is kind of on the horizon. So I hope people are getting themselves mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared for that, because we may have to spend another couple weeks, a month or so, in the confines of our home to kind of alleviate and kind of flatten that curve, right? Now, a lot of people joke to say that, like, the curve has not been flattened all this time. Who to say that it still will? But I say this, that wishing is a way. Wishing don't bring fixes. So we've been wishing upon a star for a couple years now, and we're still in the thick of it. So at some point, we got to buckle down and do something different, think totally different, or this gonna chase our tail for quite some time, right? You see the COVID and the flu combination. I was reading an article the other day where this clairvoyant that predicted 9/11, and he predicted something else over there in the UK, but he predicted now in 2022 another virus is going to be released, and this is coming by way of global warming. So it's his belief that as the Earth keeps heating up, that the Serbian Peninsula is going to melt, and then as it's going to melt, it's going to release this virus that's been frozen for quite a period of time. So you combine that with the COVID, and you combine that with the flu, you combine that with just the weariness of being isolated in a house all the time. Like, it's a lot. It's a ton going on. But as it relates directly to my Chicagoland people, I understand it's hard, it's rough. You want to be with your loved ones, you want to be with the people maybe you don't love. You just want to be around people, but it's too crazy out there right now. It's too volatile. It's just too much. There's too much uncertainty. So whether you believe that you may catch it and bounce back, or whether you believe you don't believe in it, or whether you believe that you already had a vaccination so you're safe, whatever the case may be, just pay attention to what's going on, and pay attention to how it may affect, your family members, even if it's not affecting you directly, because at this point in time, the path that we're on, and the path that we're continually adamantly wanting to stay on, we'll never get out the house. It'll never go back to what it was before January 2020, right? So just kind of keep all this stuff in mind, because it's real. It's real. I ain't gonna beat y'all down with words. I know y'all know how the times and the dramas and the dilemmas that we're dealing with right now. But with that COVID and that Omarion and all that stuff that's going on, I just ask y'all take it a little bit more serious, right? To go from, potentially those rates being as low as 3%, 2%, to right now, we're right back up to 25%, going, pushing it even farther. Although not as many people are dying, still people are contracting, still people are getting sick. And it's just as much as we don't know about the long-term effects of the vaccination and what it may do to your body, we don't know the long-term effects of constantly being exposed to it when you don't have to be exposed, right? We don't know the long-term effects of that. So if we kind of put all this together, think for the long haul and not just the short-term fixes, if we put all that together, hopefully we could get out of this. And, midway through this year going into the summer, this would be, something that we talk about and laugh about. It'd be water under the bridge. But to get to that point, we may have to make some sacrifices, and we may have to be shut down again, and we may have to, just kind of weather this storm a little bit longer. But I'll be back with you guys for some more updates as they release, and more updates as things are available, and just more topics as we explore those different realms of just different things that we could discuss and dive deeper into. So that's it for now. So the next time my voice hits your ears, I just want to thank y'all for chiming in, tuning in with your boy. So remember, no matter what's your vantage point, no matter what's your perspective, if you are woke or you are on the journey to become woke, always seek to harmonize this world through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as we grow in collaboration, as we grow in understanding, and we seek to break down these barriers of racism, oppression, and just that sheer lack of understanding that humans sometimes exhibit between each other. Until next time, peace out, guys. Melanin as woke, over and out.